The NDIS might have been in your newsfeed recently when Labor leader Anthony Albanese failed to recall his party's policy on it.
One of your policies.
That's not right. That's not
Are
right.
these the 6 points here that
not
had to be
right.
handed to you by your advisor?
Mr. Albanese?
That's not right.
Plans to better fund the National Disability Insurance Scheme, or NDIS, are a key promise of both major parties in the upcoming federal election. Concerns have recently been raised about unexplained cuts to the scheme, as well as its long-term sustainability due to the requirement of multi-billion-dollar funding.
Disability providers have warned that cuts to the National Disability Insurance Scheme will put the health and safety of those supported at risk.
But first, what is the NDIS? The NDIS provides support to people living with permanent disabilities by helping individuals create their own plans for accessing assistive services. It was introduced by the Gillard Labor government in 2013 and receives both federal and state-level funding. Recently, Labor unveiled a 6-point plan to reform the NDIS if it wins the election in May. This will include no more arbitrary cuts to plans, increasing staffing levels, cracking down on external middlemen who may misuse NDIS money, streamlining the planning and appeals process, and boosting service delivery in regional areas. Plans to get the NDIS back on track are not new. In fact, Labor's new 6-point plan is essentially a simplified version of its 2019 10-point plan. Undoubtedly, Labor has heeded lessons learnt from the 2019 election, where its loss was partly attributed to a cluttered and overcomplicated policy platform. On the other hand, although the Coalition have not yet delivered a clear policy on NDIS reforms, they have maintained the scheme will always be fully funded under its government.
NDIS funding grows in every year, and under the Coalition, the NDIS will always be fully funded.
The Coalition's 2022 budget announced that NDIS spending would accumulate to $157.8 billion over the next 4 years, which is expected to surpass that of Medicare. While Labor has proposed it will save money by cutting spending on external consultants and contractors.
What we'll do is stop the expensive carpetbagging consultants, the top end of town lawyers, growing rich on being paid taxpayer money.
It has not yet issued a figure for how much this will save, nor how much its entire policy will actually cost. Both major parties will therefore be wary of the fine line between spending too much and too little. But the onus is ultimately on Labor to prove they can not only guarantee adequate funding for individuals on the NDIS, but be better at what the Liberals claim to do best: managing the economy and maintaining fiscal discipline.